Guys, it's your boy JVY.
Are you kidding me?
Are we actually starting it? Because I actually.
Yeah, I just you know what? Just start right now. I started already.
Yeah, I started as well.
Same.
Go on, Jay. Do the intro.
Go!
Do the
Just fucking start, man!
Give the intro, damn it.
I'm starting. Are you gonna let me?
We're waiting for you.
Have you given permission from the gods?
Here, I give you permission. Here.
Okay.
This is why you're an intern. This is why we gave you one simple task to read out the topics, and you can't do that.
The crew run opinions, best spec bikes, how to expansion should be
Oh
done.
no.
Speed 2015 soundtrack opinions, PS4.
You have
versus-
a lot to learn, my friend.
Yeah.
You have a lot.
What's going on, guys? Jay here. Welcome back to another Drivecast. This is episode 36, and I'm joined with Straight Up Hippo, Niner Racing Fan Gamer Racing Fan Niner, CJ Fan Gaming Racer 9, and Speedway Racer Speedway. And we are going to be talking about quite a few things this episode. So we've got the crew. Obviously, I haven't played it. I don't have a PC. I'm poor as fuck. We're going to be giving our opinions on that, what specs we like, and also we're going to be talking about bikes, which is a new feature that's never been seen before on the crew. So that's going to be quite tasty. We're also going to be talking about how expansions should be done, how not to do them, project cars, and on how to do them, which in this case has to be the crew. And we're also going to be talking about the Need for Speed soundtrack. We're going to be giving our opinions on that. We all know CJ loves the soundtrack, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And we've got PS4 versus Xbox One, which I don't get because they're both shit. And Q&A questions from y'all niggas that have been posted in the video. So,
Oh god.
Fucking hell.
I think straight up Hippo is going to lead the first one, I think.
I actually don't know what the first topic is. So if you give me uno memento, is it the crew wild run opinions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say, you started off slow, but you brought it back with a bang.
Oh, I'm not incapable.
It was like boom, boom, and then it was like boom, 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 like murked it. So, firstly, let's talk about the Crew Wild Run. So, as you guys know, this weekend has been the Crew Wild Run beta, and basically everyone on God's Earth has a code. I'll give away a code in like 5 minutes when one of you guys is talking. But
By the way, guys, add me on Steam. I have like 2 codes, so if you need any.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Just keep going.
So the Crew Wild Run obviously came out. We've had some time to play it. It's not been out for too long, so we haven't had loads of time. But overall opinions. So, Richard, you go first.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it does actually. Okay, so I've played quite a bit of it, and honestly, it's probably the best expansion that I've ever played. I mean, there's just so much stuff put into one expansion. I can't take Jay seriously.
I can't take myself seriously. You don't understand. This is. Carry on, please. I'm just a hologram.
Freaking Jay. No, I need to get something to cover my screen from Jay because he's just too much. He's too much.
Okay, so everyone in the Skype chat at the moment, I actually put a code in there, so I'll put it on this thing. If you want a code, it's right there where my face usually is there. So yeah, have it. But yeah, anyway, carry on with your opinion, please, because that was interesting.
So, like I was saying, oh my god, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by Jay twice. Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I can't take Jay's webcam seriously, dude.
I put something over it on my screen to block
I'm
it.
gonna do the same thing. Just
So that way.
Yeah, I know what I'm going to be using. I'm just going to use that picture of him. There you go. Oh my god, it's happened again, boy. It's like filling up my whole screen. Okay, get rid of that. Carry on saying your opinions. Don't get distracted by the intern.
I'm not trying to distract you. You told me to.
All
There you go.
right.
It's been fixed on my version. Right, carry on.
So, hold on. I'm gonna fucking cover up Jay's face with my.
Oh, yeah, Jay's a crook
So,
here.
yeah, he
There we go,
is.
yeah.
All right, so basically, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by Jay thrice. Oh my god, this is horrible. So,
what the fuck?
god damn it, this is Wild Run was one of the best expansions I played up to this date. Jay, I can't do this. Why you do this? Someone else do it for me. I
You
can't
fucking
do this.
bitch. I'll take my opinion. Okay?
I'm not doing anything.
So, I think the Crew Wild Run was handled amazingly well. Drift spec equals fun. Monster truck spec equals fun. It's a fun expansion. I think it's the best expansion we've had since South Central Dash, Big Surf Island,
I was gonna
all
say
the
that.
way.
Fuck you.
Well, why didn't you say it, you fucking
Go
retard?
ahead, say it.
Great expansion. I can't wait to see what comes with the future of the crew. It's looking bright, and it's actually keeping me interested. I didn't think I was going to be interested in the crew after the year we just had after launch, but this looks promising, and I'm excited for the future.
Also,
CJ.
with the Crew Wild Run, what it has done, at least for me, is fix a lot of the issues that the so basically, it has fixed a lot of the issues that I've had with the crew on PC before. They put it onto the Watch Dogs engine. I'm pretty sure, right? They ported the game to the Watch Dogs engine with the Wild Run. I know they switched engines. They put it onto a different engine.
So no wait. You're asking me if they did that, but I asked you that question before we started. So you're asking us like we know when.
Away with you! I'm trying to speak. So, they ported that over. That has actually helped the game, at least for me, to the point where I'm not even getting any of the crashes or the as bad as the frame rate drops. You still get a bit of frame rate drops when you're in the cities, but not as dramatically as I used to
Because
get.
your
basically,
PC
you're
is
not-
horrible.
So you're not getting the issues that only you had.
Yeah.
So like no one else had issues before,
No, a lot of
Yeah, I
people.
had no FPS problem with the crew
neither.
before.
but that's still there.
No, a lot of the people.
It drops like up to 20. It drops by 20 FPS when you're in cities.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But now it only drops maybe like 10, 5 as much. I've noticed that the frame rate drops aren't as frequent, and in some cities they don't even drop at all. Like St. Louis, it doesn't drop for me for some reason. But also, what else was I gonna say? Yes, the new engine. Everything looks superb. The graphics look amazing.
They do.
It looks on par with Watch Dogs, and why it might be on the same.
I would say even looks better sometimes.
Well, at some points, yeah, especially at night in the rain during that drift event we were doing before we did Drivecast. That was like that looked next gen. The crew wasn't next gen, but with expansions like this, it can become next gen.
It
So-
already was next gen. It's on PS4
And don't
and
forget
Xbox
that
One.
me and CJ actually did a video yesterday. A
It
PvP.
looked next gen, though, but, it didn't look next gen, but now it does. And
I know what
I
it means.
feel is they've like one of my main worries with the Wild Run was that it was gonna break the game even more for me, but it seemed to do the opposite and actually fix a lot of the issues I've had before.
Your
Wow, it
issues
makes the game
are
look better.
ridiculous.
Shut up, nerd! I'm trying to speak. So Wild
Whoa.
Run. They basically fixed a lot of those issues and stuff, and I'm thankful for Ivory Tower. From what I've heard, only 9 people have been working on it. So to those 9 people, you have my sincerest gratitude, and so
That
thank
was
you.
the whitest thing I've ever seen you do. Okay, Nina, can you manage to pull yourself together now and answer properly?
Yeah, now that Jay's gone off of his webcam.
What the fuck?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Alright, so like I was gonna say, the Crew Wild Run, it was put very well together. Like right when I launched the game, I looked at the map and I'm like, holy shit, they put in so much detail. The map looks different. And then when I went into free drive, like that one road that you spawn on going into Las Vegas, there's actually dust on it. Like there's dust blowing with the wind. It's so cool. Like the game looks next gen, and like when I'm just driving around, it looks like a completely different world. It looks like I haven't even been to these places. And I mean, not only that, but also the bike specs. We'll get into that later. We'll talk about bikes later. But I mean, there's bike specs, there's monster truck specs, and there's drag specs. What I've noticed with the monster trucks, they are so fun. Like I wasn't really expecting them to be that fun, but taking them off road, going anywhere you want, is just so fun. Also going into the monster truck arenas and just doing complete nonsense. It's great. Drag spec, again, it's really fun to do some drag races, especially on the Las Vegas Strip. I've noticed I've screwed up quite a few times going around that one corner. But I mean, it's still fun nonetheless.
Yeah, you have to turn around.
I mean, the game is just, it revived it for me. I'm really thankful. So thank you, Ivory Tower. You did an amazing job.
I've got to say, generally, like the general theme is I wasn't expecting it to
Me
be this
neither.
good,
No.
and
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be this good. It's literally that good. It's if you haven't given it the time, definitely give it the time. It's really worth
Yeah.
it. Anyway, Speedway,
Spoodway.
I
Speedway.
mean, to be fair, just when I launched the crew, everything looked different, and I really liked it. And when I got to the summit event, the Drift Summit event, that just made the game for me. It was so great. Like the Summit Drift event, the one you have at night. I know where it is, but yeah, it's so fucking awesome. The lightning, the rain, everything works so good, and the new specs are absolutely amazing and fun. The monster truck, like it made me feel like I was driving a Hot Wheel car. If you ever played a Hot Wheels game,
Oh my god, the
it's
loop-de-loop.
exactly
Oh,
like that. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. That was so great. It reminded me so much things about my childhood, and I know I just generally really like this expansion.
So
And the
so how
summits area
much?
great.
How much do you think you're going to be playing it in comparison to NFS?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Yeah, that's a really tough.
Because it is really good.
When does it come out
I mean,
again?
I
It
didn't
comes
play a
out like
beta, so I can talk with that.
comes out like 2 weeks.
17,
Yeah.
the 17th.
The
of
17th.
I think I will play it.
By then, I'll probably like
Yeah.
just to take a break from Need for Speed. By then, because if you're playing it straight Need for Speed straight for 2 weeks, you're gonna get bored. Even doesn't matter how good the game is, you're probably gonna get bored if you're playing it straight for 2 weeks.
We're not
I
really
don't
gonna get
think-
bored. You're just gonna get burnt out. Like you're not gonna have
Just a
as
bit
much
burnt
fun
out.
as
Yeah,
you-
that's what I meant.
As you
I
did
don't even think
before.
like that to an extent. It's like it's not even that. It's just the fact that the crew is that good. And after 2 weeks of Everfest, you tried it, and you probably still play it alongside it.
Yeah.
But the
That's-
crew,
I think it's a good, healthy balance. I think
Yeah.
it's good
Yeah.
that the crew's coming out
Yeah.
at the same time because you're gonna want to come up. You're gonna want to do something else. You're not just gonna purely play Need for Speed, even though
Oh,
it's
definitely.
amazing.
You're gonna
So,
need
yeah,
some sunlight
yeah.
after a while, being
To-
underground
to
the
me-
entire time.
To be fair, when they announced the Crew Wild Run that it was going to be November 17th, I didn't expect this expansion to be as good as it is right now. Like, I expected, monster trucks and everything, but I didn't expect it to be so good in terms of graphics, in terms of handling. They changed
Yeah.
almost the entire game.
it
like,
did.
it
Like,
feels
it
so-
genuinely feels like a different game.
Yeah.
What,
in a
what's your
better
guys'
way.
main reason for just loving the game? I know I could answer straight off the bat, and that's mainly because I heavily despised the game, and now it comes back. I mean, we played the PvP, and that was pretty fun. Doing PvP
Yeah.
randomly is pretty fun, but you know, and even then, you know, the game is still kind of eh. But once the Wild Run expansion came along, I just loved it because I saw the effort that Ivory
Yeah.
Tower put into the expansion, and it just made me respect the game a whole lot more. Not even that, but also because it's like all the content that's in the game. Like I think mainly the reason why I love it so much is because I disliked it before. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell that Ubisoft kind of limited them when it came to release time. Like they didn't push them, let them do their full potential, and you can see now that they're coming back and doing what they wanted to do probably before the game came out, like a bit. Like you can see.
So what's your favorite feature, including the graphics, including the specs, including everything? What like the graphical overhaul and whatnot? What is your favorite feature? For me, I'll answer this first to give you guys some thinking time. I would buy this game. I guess if you put the new physics to the side, because I guess it kind of counts. Drift spec is enough for me to buy this expansion
Yes.
alone.
yeah,
It is so much fun. Just driving like down Yosemite, down by yourself at night in the rain, like just drifting down a mountain. It is so fun, and the fact they've got the whole of the US, and you can just literally go and drift down any mountain you want. You can go in the inner city. That drift spec, I think we spent, like for me anyway, Forza Horizon. I spent most of my time literally just mindlessly drifting around. Now you've got the whole of the US just mindlessly drifting around in Ferraris, in 370s, like literally whatever you want. Well, not obviously whatever you want, but whatever, like most of the cars. And I think that's enough for me to buy it. Literally, I just think it adds so much fun being able to drift wherever you want.
Yeah.
That's just me anyway.
For me, it probably has to be the free roam challenges because
Oh,
It
yeah,
just-
it's really good.
the free roam challenges basically, like my one main complaint with the game, one of my main complaints was that there weren't enough actual races in the game, especially during the campaign. There wasn't a lot of racing, and most of it was just smashing crates along a designated path.
Yeah.
But this kind of feature kind of helps that out in allowing you to create any like basically impromptu races, but better.
But you gotta be
And
really
lets you-
precise with where you place the checkpoint.
Oh yeah,
so-
definitely. Yeah, in our video that me and Speedway did, like half of the checkpoints were kind of like halfway through, and they didn't take up the entire intersection. Like,
Yeah.
it was kind of a mess.
Come on,
But
CJ,
still,
repeat that once again so that we get promotion for the video. Like,
oh
please
yeah,
do it.
me and Speedway's video. Yeah, we made a video. But anyway, one thing
You
I
do
wish-
realize everyone who subscribed to all of us is subscribed to you.
Yeah, I know. But what was I gonna say? Yes, the
Yes, sir.
one thing they could do
Yes.
is allow you to race these races against AI drivers. That'd be kind of cool. So if you don't have anyone to race with, you can just do it with AI drivers.
So if you're a sad, I play by myself. I play by myself.
Yeah, we
most
all
of the
play
time.
with ourselves every once in a
Whoa,
while.
Whoa!
Hey!
Jesus Christ. So Speedway, your turn.
Well, I would like to expand the one that CJ said because free drive challenges are actually really cool. But the fact that you can now race with full stock specs in free drive challenges, I mean, I wanted to do that since the game started, and like with a stock car, just race with it. Like it gives you that possibility, and it's actually really cool. And it's even like it doesn't limit you with the like what car you can choose. You can choose from a circuit spec car and race a perf spec, or a bike and then a monster truck.
You do some-
Oh, yeah.
And keep in mind, you can actually change your choice in the middle of the race if you wanted to.
Yeah, in the middle of the race. That's actually
It's
cool.
like a Top Gear challenge. So you know when they went to, was it Bolivia? When they were driving up into Bolivia, then they changed their car to make it handle to the dirt spec kind of more thing, and they changed it.
Yeah,
You could do
yeah.
something. You could like drive up until the salt flats, change your car, and everyone could be like forced to change their car at the salt flats to like a dirt spec, and then you could go over a mountain and change to a dirt spec and go back into like there's endless possibilities.
Oh yeah,
And the fact that it's kind of great because you have like I think it limits you to 8 or 9 checkpoints, but you can
It's 10.
like those checkpoints can be 10. Okay, it's just that the distance between those 8 checkpoints is unlimited. I think. At least that's one thing I tested.
You can go across the whole map.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go back, and so you can try changing the car whenever you want. If you have to go to, let's say, a dirt road, you can change it to a dirt car. Then you can change it into a race car, monster truck, bike, whatever you want. So that's just one thing that really make the game
Yeah.
for me.
One thing
We
though,
can also like do those type of challenges, in Midnight Club where there was those races like choose your own path kind of races where there's like only 2 checkpoints and
They
you
were
can
called
get like
red light races, I think.
red light races. Well, there are different Midnight Club games as well, and they're in Midtown Madness as well. Those type of games where you can basically choose your own path. You can do those as well because Speedway did one of those in the Las Vegas area. He only had like 2 checkpoints and
Yeah,
we
Yeah, like
Check-
so you could start on one side of the map from the west coast and go to the east coast.
and choose
One
any
person-
other road.
One person could literally just go only raid, and one person could go only circuit spec.
Oh yeah, another thing is they can do is like one person could be using running the same route, only one person's in a raid or dirt spec and they're taking off-road shortcuts, but the other guy's in maybe like a perf car and he's just taking the road along, and then whoever gets to the finish wins.
Or
and it
no,
can
no,
make
no.
nothing.
Imagine a monster truck versus perf.
Oh
Yes.
God.
That should be like a Tokyo challenge, like Cam said.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should.
Like it could be a really good challenge.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
but-
though, when Cam did say you could go from East Coast to West Coast, the only limitation, though, is you can't take an absolute specific route since you're only limited to 10 checkpoints. So I'd like to see them
That's what I mean.
add
Like
more
you'd have one
checkpoints.
checkpoint in each. So
Yeah,
like a red, like imagine
it
like a
sounds
midnight
better.
club style red light race where you got one checkpoint from one checkpoint to the other. How you get there is up to you.
That's a good
Oh, okay.
video idea.
Thank
Good
you.
video.
Yeah.
No, I've been thinking of these ideas, and I'll just let them all out now. So someone's
Like
probably
the
going to do
crew,
them.
this new expansion just lets you open your mind and just
Open your mind. It lets you open your mind.
mind. Just lets you like all your creative. It just opens the door to
Door.
For the open door.
Tell
Yeah,
me
but-
what you
Tell me
Hey, what you
waiting
waiting
for.
for?
Tell me when to hear the
Yeah,
sound.
this is a
Sound,
lot
the sound,
better
the
to
sound.
Come
We
running.
going in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on, CJ.
1, 2, 3 door giveaway. I actually finished my point.
Where's the door button at? Where's the door button at?
Okay, so what's your favorite spec then from the what? Like the new specs?
No, bike.
We're all gonna
Bike.
say drift. So
Yeah,
we should,
drift-
CJ,
we
CJ
should
said
say
bike.
we should say
It's
other
not a
than
spec,
drift
but it's
spec.
a type of car, so I guess it counts since it's
Okay,
new.
so yeah, other than drift, because I think that we
Yeah, I
all.
would pick drift spec, dude. So if I were to
I'm-
pick anything other than drift spec, it'd have to be monster truck spec.
Monster truck.
For me, it's
I don't
bikes.
know.
Bikes
I don't
and
know,
drift.
Daddy. I think drag spec. I honestly think drag
Dragspec's pretty
spec.
fun.
Pretty good,
Drag
but
spec
it's
is pretty
limited.
fun.
Like I haven't had the first time I played drag spec, I was just so happy.
Well, I'm
It
not
was a
sure
bit-
if you guys seen this though. Me and Speedway came across this yesterday when we were driving in the Badlands near Pikes Peak. We found a huge jump. Like it was just this orange strip
Oh,
of road,
yes.
and then you have a huge jump. It was like a super
I
jump
think for
kind
a
of thing.
drag
Yeah,
spec,
you need a drag spec for that because you don't have enough. You don't have enough
Speed.
speed. But it's just crazy. I also found a few more last night while I was cruising around with one of my other friends. Like we found like one in Texas. We found one in L.A. We found quite a few of those super jumps. It's crazy.
So CJ, why is bikes your favorite? I'm kind of interested in your answer.
Just the feel of that which you get in when you're riding a bike in the crew. It just feels like the way they
It
did.
does.
It just feels like in first person on a bike just feels
Oh,
amazing.
so
It does
I'm-
actually.
I'm-
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I'm not
it's so
a big
complicated
bike.
though when you're first person.
I'm not a big
Yeah.
bike person. However,
Neither am I.
racing with the bikes is
It feels
just
awesome.
so fun because like
Yeah.
you're going around like say if you have like a windy road, say for in the Grand Canyons or whatever, you could just like you're going one way and then you have another turn up ahead, so you have to lean the other way. It's so great. I love
It's
it.
hard to get used to. I'll say that.
Yeah,
much.
it's
Like,
really,
lean-
really hard.
the
You're
first
literally
race I
just-
played was quite hard.
On a curvy road, you're literally just leaning and bopping the entire way on the bike. Lean and bop.
We don't
lean.
copyright. He'll copyright our ass.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Uh,
so now we've talked about the crew literally for 20 minutes. Ah! We should talk about expansions generally. So the crew, as we've just said, has done an expansion amazingly well. One of the best in years and years and years. I would say for racing games, again, like I said earlier on, it's like the best we've seen since like Midnight Club or Burnout. But what we're going to talk about now is how expansion should be done. So Project Cars had a track expansion where I think you had one track and like 3 cars. Bitch, that ain't no expansion. That's a DLC pack.
and that's a DLC badly made.
Yeah.
They're
Because it shouldn't even be like
expanding
that.
the game.
And
while
wait.
expanding their
How-
wallet.
How expensive was this said expansion?
I'll find out. Hold up.
This is what they were doing. It's an expansion because they were expanding their wallets.
Kill yourself. That was an awful.
Nice
one.
meme.
That was a horrible meme.
All right. So, here we go. I found it here. It's not out yet. Apparently.
Oh.
Apparently, huge track expansion is what they said.
Oh my god!
Here it is. Here it is. So it's now available September 29th. It's part of the on-demand service. Okay, so you get you get one circuit with 5 layouts. An Aston Martin DBR1, DBR1-2.
Oh, it's the Aston Martin expansion then.
Yeah, it doesn't even say how much it's for. They don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you how much it's for because
Regardless, Project Cars is an absolute shit stain on the planet Earth. And it
What?
should just be erased. Slightly Mad Studios should all hang themselves. And they should never ever make a game like that again. I mean, the fact that they've got the cheek to ban people in the fucking first place from their forums when they're giving criticism on the game just shows how disgusting they actually are.
It's
So
alright.
I
It
won't
kind
be
of makes me
buying.
feel bad. It kind
I
of makes
won't
me
be
feel
buying
bad
from
because
them anytime soon. Tell you that.
makes me feel bad because some of the developers that work for Black Box went to Slightly Mad Studios, and I can't believe that they are actually doing this. I don't know who's the main guy, the main leader, let's say, of Slightly Mad Studios, but this is wrong.
Ian Bell.
This shouldn't be like this.
Ian Bell.
Ian
Bell.
Ian Bell. Ian Bell is my hero. But I'm pretty sure Project Cars 2 is just gonna fix all of this, right?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
so
No.
the price for it is $60 for the on-demand service.
What?
Done. I'm done.
Oh, nigga.
$60.
I'm done.
What?
CJ's autism's kicking in again. Oh, let me get back up.
CJ, did you take your tablets today?
I've revived myself.
So with that $60, you get 3 cars. So you get a Lycan Hypersport, an A1, a Rough, and a Mercedes 300 SL, including more cars. You get community liveries. You get car packs. So there's 1, 2,
Yawn.
3, 4 car packs, and 2 track expansions.
Yawn.
So they're not expansions. They're not expansions. We've covered that. Basically, what they are is they're scams. And what to me, when you say the word expansion, I think of it's not adding one track. It's adding in basically all these new features, which makes it feel fresh. It makes it feel not necessarily like a new game like the crew does, but it makes it feel fresh. Hours and hours and hours of entertainment. Big Surf Island, South Central are great examples. They had fucking story modes linked to them. It literally
Yeah,
makes
I would like to tag Dr. Tom in this comment. Like, you know, I would like to tag him. You get it right? Yeah, there you go.
What?
What?
I'm tagging Dr. Tom. He knows. He knows.
okay.
Okay.
I hope you haven't given us unwanted attention.
Yeah.
Otherwise- yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want the freaking Forza police coming in my house.
Yeah, I don't want the force
Oh.
into my house either. Anyway,
Man, the Forza police are already here.
yeah, even the crew has a story.
Ah!
What the fuck, mate? Does this dickhead expansion have dickhead?
Dickhead.
Nothing.
You
It has,
fucking
it has
dickhead!
it has one track and one track for each expansion. You don't make 2 expansions within like what 6 months of a game being released. Are you mad? Are you lean? No.
The Sims
That
did.
doesn't work. But Sims is
Sims
different.
did.
Sims is just it's the same thing every single time. They always do that shit.
Shit.
But a racing game, you don't do that. It's taken Ivory Tower a year to make this. A year, maybe longer. We don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
it's annoying. It's just annoying.
you know what my definition of an expansion should be like? When you get the expression like I did with the crew, like whoa!
This
Holy
is
shit.
completely new. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, to me it's completely new,
yeah.
completely fresh.
You're just refreshing the game. That's all you're doing with an expansion. And I was speechless when I went into the Crew Wild Run for the first time.
Yeah, and
You're not
I
gonna
think
get that with Project Cars.
the way to do expansions right is literally adding so many features to the point where it's not classed as a little deal. It's not it's a DLC content in the sense that it's digital, but it's not a DLC content update in the sense that you're only adding a few cars. You're adding more than just a few cars.
Like
You're adding in a whole new graphic system. You're adding in a whole new area to explore in the case of like South Central or Big Surf Island. You're adding in a shit ton of new cars, like all of those DLCs which I mentioned are doing with like South Central and all that kind of stuff. You're adding in new features. Again, Big Surf, they all did that. Even the
Weather
cruise.
conditions.
Weather condition. It's not one little track expansion. That's not an expansion. That's just a DLC.
One
It's just
little
a normal
dinky thing. Like you can create an endless amount of races with this expansion compared to that like one race that you have.
You can probably recreate one of the tracks from Project Cars.
You
in
probably
the
can. That's the
using
sad part.
thing. You legit could. Like, and that's awful. Like,
One thing
I actually met like the Project Cars community manager or some shit. Like, he's called Andy or something. He's a DJ.
He's
The
DJing.
DJ scam. I met him and I went up to him and I was like, "So free cars. How long has Project Cars been out for?"
It's Project Cars has been out for since March 21st, 2015. Hey, got any problems with the Project
CJ,
Cars?
shut the fuck up. Go.
It was released it was somewhere in May. It was May
March?
2015.
Oh man.
Oh shit,
That was
okay.
March.
I went up and I was like, so about the free cars, I heard you haven't been actually releasing cars, and he was like, no, you're actually wrong. And I was like, oh, well, I look like a bit of a dickhead. But you know, I addressed them about the issues about how people have been banned and all that kind of stuff. And I don't care if he doesn't like me. He's a dickhead. He's scamming people. Maybe he's not a dickhead specifically, but the guys
people
over there.
who he's working with.
Yeah.
What
Nice
did
people.
you say about him? Like about the developers banning people from the forums?
They were just okay. So basically, what I said was about how they were community, but I didn't say directly. I said so. How were you addressing community features? And let's just say he's very good at PR. He came up with some bullshit answer like, well, "We've got a forum and we're looking towards to get community features, dickhead." And then, and he's good at PR, but he dodged a question basically. And the way they are going around, everything is awful. I'm not buying even if Project Cars 2 is good, I'm not buying that shit just because I don't want to support the scummy developers. How did we go on to this from DLC?
And one thing that the Crew Wild Run can do is that allowing you to save and share different races with people, kind of like a GTA Online type of thing that you create in free roam. No, that'd be a good suggestion that they could do.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's opened the floodgates because again, you kind of got this rivalry between Need for Speed and the Crew slowly starting to build,
Yeah.
and I am so excited to see how
It's
that
kind of
turns
funny
out.
because on the forum, I hate to publicize this bullshit, but people on the forum were like, the Crew is Need for Speed but worse.
But lamer.
No, it's but lamer. Yeah.
But this is good. So having this rivalry, all it's going to do is increase the
push
quality
developers.
of
Yeah, it's
both
gonna push the
games,
developers.
and that's something we've been missing ever since we went through a bit of a drought from, let's say, Midnight Club till present day when Forza was king because Forza had no competition. Is that okay to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
After
just yeah.
2010 was pretty good.
No, but Need for Speed died from basically.
After Hot Pursuit, it kind of did.
I-
I
from
think Need
under-
for Speed when Need for Speed had no competition, their content started to lower.
It started
Yeah.
lack.
Times of-
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
So
Yeah,
from like, let's say 2008
Yeah.
till present day.
Yeah.
Maybe no, because when did Midnight Club come out?
It was
2008.
2008. It was Midnight
2008.
Club LA was 2008.
And then
Midnight
South Central
Club
came
LA.
out 2010.
Because you had Burnout Paradise, you had all those
Well,
kind of
sometime
movies.
time around then.
Yeah, around
you know.
then.
Games, racing games especially, started to die out a bit, and Forza was left alone, had no competition, and they were just dominating everything. People were buying Xboxes purely for Forza. The people still do that, obviously. But nowadays, come to 2015, racing games are making a comeback, and having the Crew Wild Run on one side and Need for Speed on another side, it's like it's pushing up the value, and all this is gonna do, I hope, is make Forza Horizon 3 a better game, because that's going to be trying to push for more sales, obviously, and it's going to try to compete with those games. I don't know if it is, like, that's another completely different story.
It should. Let's say it should.
Yeah,
It should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should. But
Now, with this
having...
happening, do you guys think that Ivory Tower is creating a sequel to the Crew or something
Not yet.
similar?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And if it is, it's in early development, like
Yeah.
nowhere near,
Just
like,
talking
Maybe they have
about it.
ideas or something.
because
but-
they've only released this expansion, and I think they've got more in them.
I bet they're
Yes.
in development of the sequel to the Crew on like a fucking notebook, like just bullet points.
Yeah, literally.
concept art or something.
But it's really exciting because all this is going to do is just push all of the developers to be better than each other, so to speak,
Which is
and
really-
just increase the productions and
I
that
mean,
stuff.
next year at E3 we might see some old titles come back. We never
I
know.
hope so.
Midnight
I mean,
Club.
Need for Speed
Midnight
could
Club.
birth like a selling point. It could be.
Definitely.
It could open people's eyes because
Just
I
like
think
Underground did.
It could
There's not
put
been-
racing games back
On the map.
On the map, because like right now, racing games are categorized under sports games.
Which
Yeah.
that pisses me
Yeah,
off.
That
that's-
pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one thing
But
I
I
would
think
say.
they're making a comeback now.
Obviously, with the Crew, it's a lot smaller just because it doesn't have the same name. Need for Speed's been around for like 20 years.
Yeah.
It's got that name. Everyone know. Even if you ask someone who doesn't know racing games and ask them,
Definitely.
do you know what Need
They
for
know
Speed
what
is?
Need for Speed
They'll know
is.
what Need for Speed is. But you
Yeah,
say
they'll-
the Crew, they'll be like, the fuck? You
that
know,
a
no one
shooting
know.
With the YouTubers,
Exactly. So, the Crew hasn't got as big as a name, but I think it's gonna take a long time, but it's slowly getting to the same level almost.
Yes.
Kind of. I mean, it's obviously going to take ages. It's going to take ages, but the initial impact it's made on the community from the past year alone shows how strong people want these types of racing games. I just can't wait for the future. I'm really happy. I think the future of racing games is looking so bright, and with E3 next year, we've got a new Burnout spiritual successor coming, which that's going to be sick. I cannot wait for that. Burnout 3 or Paradise, whatever spiritual success they do, that's going to be amazing. And then we've got rumors that Rockstar San Diego are making another game, which is yet to be announced. That was supposed to be announced at E3
Come on,
last year.
please.
Please.
I don't care if it's Red Dead
Please.
Redemption or Midnight
No,
Club.
fuck Red Dead Redemption. Come on,
Red Dead Redemption was
come on.
sick. I love that game. Obviously, I'd prefer it to be Midnight Club because it's a racing game.
Yes.
But if it was, imagine Need for Speed, the Crew, Midnight Club, and Burnout all going, and Forza Horizon all going together.
Oh,
Imagine that.
next
that
year,
shit,
Forza Horizon
that
3.
shit gives me a boner. That shit gives me a boner. Like, imagine it on the shelf.
Free
Imagine
boner
seeing
pills.
top 5 racing games, and in there, it's got Need for Speed. Like, imagine seeing that. That would be so cool.
Yeah, finally, the era of 2000 and the era of the 2000 might come back now.
Yeah,
think
literally.
now,
When racing games were at their peak during the mid 2000s,
Yeah.
that is slowly coming back. It's like a trend. It's like it's going up and it's gone back down and now it's back up again. I
now,
can't
hate
wait.
to poke on Forza, but I hope Forza Horizon 3 has a story.
A proper
hope.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like an actual story.
Not a fucking asshole. Hey, I'm Ben. Like some fucking mediocre generic British
That is
accent.
so
Oh.
annoying. Oh
For
my
Forza
god.
Horizon 3,
God.
they actually listen to the fans and to the community that they have.
If they
Yeah.
do
What
that, if they do so, they could sell loads.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, but-
I don't think that lots of people, for example, on Twitter understand that we are not on war. It's not Forza versus Need for Speed. We just want you to have what the community wants.
I
Like,
just want
honestly,
a game. That's
any-
literally all there is.
Any
Yes.
game, if you listen to your fans, you're gonna sell amazing.
Yeah,
Just-
that's
Please, developers, look at
I
what
mean,
Need for
like,
Speed is doing.
You know,
Please.
don't bite the hand that feeds you. I guess like it feels like Turn 10 are kind of just turning their noses up to us, but we're the people that are making you motherfucking money, nigga. Like, come on, give us some slack, put us some slack. You know, we're buying your things, so
they could take a look to, for
Definitely.
example, Need for Speed or the crew. They both now have been listening to their communities. The crew has fixed the handling. They brought new
Drift spec,
content.
more cars, like more tuners and imports.
And I don't want to say Need for Speed because I know why people from Forza hate Need for Speed, so I'm going to say the crew. So yeah, they brought graphics, they brought new cars, tuners. What else do you need? They're practically asking the community, what else do you want? We're going to do it.
They care. Like again, like
Yeah.
I had doubt between release and now that they actually did.
Yes, thank you.
I
But
think everyone
obviously
did,
it's
yeah.
been shown with the Wild Run. They've kind of won back the community. And that is mad to think that a game which kind of disappointed a lot of people on launch, I think it's fair enough to say.
Yeah.
And
And
it died. It pretty
it
much
died.
almost died.
Yeah,
Like
for a
if you
second.
go in free roam and you're in like LA, or New York, which is like one of the most populated areas of the map, or even Detroit, where all the noobs are, you're not gonna find that many people in your session. Like
Yeah.
I think when I'm just free roaming around, which I never really do in the regular version of the crew anymore, just because I've been almost everywhere and the game is like meh. Like I said, I only go in there for PvP. But like when I'm in a session in free roam, I look around in the most popular areas of the map. No one is there. Probably 2 other people are in my session. That's it. The game kind of died.
And
Yeah.
the fact that the crew can save a community like that, I mean, Forza's not dead by any means. People support Forza even when it's in the wrong. We've seen that on Twitter a
Yeah.
lot.
Ah,
And, you know, like, the crew goes to show, if you listen to the community, give them what you want, you can save something which is almost dead. That's literally
Yeah.
what they did. They revived the game.
they
And
gave that boy CPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We resuscitated him, all right.
literally.
I mean,
Yeah.
even if the Forza developers only care about money, if you want more money, listen to the fucking community. Like, that's all you have to do.
This
Yeah.
has been proven time and time again. Hot Pursuit 2010. People back then have been asking for a Hot Pursuit game for a while. Even though people have been asking for Underground Most Wanted, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people want a Hot Pursuit game. And when they finally delivered on
Now he's trying to point at his poster right in the background. You know, Too Fast, Too Furious? That was a great fucking film.
Yeah, but when they delivered on a Need for Speed game, that game sold
He's still
amazingly
doing it.
well.
He's still pointing at, he's still
So-
pointing at the fucking poster.
It sold almost. It sold almost 9 million copies. I'm pretty sure it was like 8 point something mil. So when they listened to the community with Hot Pursuit, it sold well. And of course, Need for Speed 2015 is probably going to sell even more than Hot Pursuit did.
Whoa!
Ferrari 458. Ferrari 458. Ferrari.
It's a good car. It's a good car.
Good
Yeah.
car. Good car. Good car. I can't point at it.
It's sold
Ferrari
a lot, and then
458.
when the F29 comes out, they're gonna sell more.
Yeah, when Hot Pursuit.
Don't stop pointing at it. You don't understand. Peter.
Whatever. Whatever. Anyway, when
Whatever.
the people listen to the community, the games will sell amazingly well. That's all I have to say. That's my input.
Forza
Thank you for
Horizon 3.
listening.
Okay, back to what we were talking about. Forza Horizon 3. So with Forza Horizon 3, it's been obvious, like I said, that Forza's not dead. People support the Forza till it dies. Whatever. But think about it. With all these other games coming in, what will Forza Horizon 3 be like? I hope it's in Japan. That's something which I have aired many times. A Japan wide kits, mountain toge drifting.
Pause.
Oh,
Hold there. Hold. Pause. Right.
tofu shops.
Right. Pause. I am not. Just put this in your head, guys, before I start talking. I am not justifying that Forza is quite bland when it comes to customization. I'm not justifying that. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying that they don't have the money to, because they've got a $1 billion company behind them. I mean, Microsoft Studios can give them the money if they need it. Okay, so I don't think Forza will ever have the kind of customization that everyone wants it to.
The thing is,
just
though,
because
that they have the possibility to do it because they have JUN kits, they have fucking a ton of
yeah, and
aftermarket.
if you look back at the older ones, they had more body kits. It's like they've lost body kits over the years. I don't know.
This is what they should have, considering all the competition they're having right now. This is what they should have to be successful and overcome the competition, so to speak. Is you need wide kits. You know, whether you like or not, rip it straight from Need for Speed. They ripped the one letter and it's working amazing. I'll say that straight up. You know, the one letter is fucking sick. It's not. You're innovating. That's what you're doing. You're innovating.
Yeah.
It's not like copying anyone. Bitch, you don't know where I got the information from. Anyway. Yeah, like just wide kits. That's one thing. You need more wide kits. You need generally more customized. Literally, rip it straight from Need for Speed. Fenders. Side skirts, rear, the exhaust. Let me change
sound system,
and then sound systems. It's Horizon. It's a music festival.
Yeah, exploit that shit. Use it.
Literally, you should be able to come up to like a fucking mountain pass, open up your thing, and play the soundtrack through the sound system.
Can you imagine? Oh, God.
Like. You know, people love drifting. Why don't you put a drifting mode in there? People love, like, you have so many types of communities. Drag races. Get a drag strip in there. Make a drag strip mode. You know, drifting mode, circuit mode. Do it! Like, you have so much potential.
I know he's gonna do that.
Why they're not doing it? You've got all the cars, a huge list of cars. Why don't you set up actual car clubs? People who would love driving cars.
Oh. Are you kidding me?
The NDA police
CJ,
game.
shut off your camera. CJ, please just.
CJ, shut the fuck up and just get rid of that camera, please.
Was that Dan Grimo?
He was just looking for a mouse, like a computer mouse, whatever. But the thing is,
CJ, you don't get to talk. I was halfway through my explanation, okay? You listen to me. I'm the boss here. So, back to what I was saying with Forza. They can do so much. They can add so much. Like, even with the customization in terms of performance, NOS, you added it in for the Fast and Furious thing. Add it in for Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon isn't supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be an arcade game. Don't make it something which it isn't. Like, it's confusing. I don't really understand what they're going for with Horizon.
It's an arcade game, but they're shooting for the simulation crowd.
But Forza Horizon wasn't like that.
You know what I was thinking of the other day? Do you know how it's part made by Turn 10 and Playground Games?
I think what they mean by that is because the engine is theirs.
But I do think some people in Turn 10 work on it as well as Playground Games. So what I feel is Playground Games had a lot more. Well, to me, it feels like Playground Games had a lot more control with Forza Horizon 1 than they did with number 2. Number 2 feels like it's trying to be too polished, if that makes any sense. Like too on the guidelines. It's not fun. It's not experimental. It felt really safe. They didn't make any risks. They did nothing new, really. It was just a different map. That's it.
You know, one mode which Need for Speed's missing, which Forza's missing, which all these games are missing. You want to know one mode which has been sidelined throughout so many of these games? Pink slips. Pink slips and wages. Every single fucking time. Like, this would fit Need for Speed perfectly for one, and it would fit Forza perfectly. Like, imagine pink slipping a car. I mean, Forza less so because cars have less.
It wouldn't feel so rewarding.
No, in Need for Speed, everyone's too nice to you.
With Need for Speed, because of the 5 car thing, it would work perfectly.
Yeah. But like in Forza, it wouldn't really. You wouldn't feel rewarded when you stole someone's Bugatti Veyron because they just go in the garage
because you get a car with no effort.
Well, definitely wages then, like wagering money.
Yeah.
Imagine wage like 100k wages down each race, and there's lobbies for that. Because in Forza, you get money so easily. It's like you might as well do something interesting with that money. Do wages.
Yeah.
And if you're really skin and you need like an extra 10k, but you only have 10k, go into a 10k wage lobby and try to get it. It's like that risk versus reward. And that's the most interesting thing from racing games. That's why racing games are so popular. Look back at like 2000, like 1999 with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. It was that risk versus reward with the police and the cops and the race, sorry. And then look at Underground. Again, risk versus reward. Like, should you go for the nitrous over the ECU system? Should you do this? Should you do this? Like that choice in the game.
Yeah, and the shortcuts as well, I think.
Yeah, should you take the shortcut? You might miss it and hit a barrier, but it will be worth it if you get through.
The adrenaline that you get when you play, when you wager, or when you have pink slips or something, is not the same on a normal race. Like it's like it goes to an extreme level. It's like you're racing but more concentrated. You're like, okay, I can't lose this car now. This is my favorite car, but I'm racing for pink slips, so I have to do this. I have to win. Like it's not the same. That's why I love it.
Is, with Need for Speed, narratively, it probably wouldn't fit because everyone in the game is so nice to you. They probably just give it back to you if you lose.
CJ, shut the fuck up. I've played the
Shut the
story.
fuck up.
I've played the story basically all the way through, and it would definitely fit. Like 100.
100%.
100.
No, that.
But yeah, in terms of like car culture and stuff, then I guess it would, yeah.
Like I especially for Need for Speed, it would work easily.
Yeah.
But I think it could work for Forza, something across those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is with Forza, they're going for this seamless, never loading open world bullshit. All they need to do, get Horizon 1, then go from the ground up and rebuild Horizon 1 and go from the ground up and add all the features that the community wants, add the body kits, add the Japan as a location. Japan
Add the tofu shops.
is the perfect location. You've got the highways, you've got the mountain, you've got...
Subtract Ben. Don't put Ben in again.
Don't put Ben in.
I don't want to see Ben ever again.
And like, imagine Tokyo as a city area.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Imagine
my God,
Tokyo
that
as
I
a city area.
wonder if you know. Oh,
In Tokyo. So you're in Tokyo in the daytime, and then it goes nighttime. You can stroll up to the mountains, and there's other people like drift. Imagine the AI actually working and drifting down the mountains.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
That would
Oh,
imagine Tandem AI.
Even in the city, it would be amazing because of all the lights. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it would
Yeah,
just
city
look
lights.
amazing. It would be such a great place for
Even-
them to set it.
Police would work. Imagine so we've talked about this before. Like in the Horizon races, you've got the main Horizon, where people do obviously organized events, and that's all cut off from the main thing. And then when you're not in the Horizon events, you are literally everything's off your own back. So if you go into a civilian, then the cops are going to be called, and now they're on you because you're racing in, a non-Horizon Festival event. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, like how the street races worked in Horizon 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were organized by this other guy.
With that, there's actually police in it, like police chasing you, and they don't have to be aggressive. Just have them
They just
there.
have to chase
It adds to the atmosphere, if anything.
Yeah.
Like even in the crew, the police don't necessarily do much unless you actually mess with them, but it adds
Yeah.
to the atmosphere so much more, and even with Need for Speed as well.
Now,
I mean,
don't
in
know if
Test
you guys
Drive-
have played this. I don't know if you guys have played this game. I haven't actually played this since I was probably like 8 years old or something. But this game was the absolute.
oh
shit.
yes, yes. That
Now
was
I've never
great.
played it because, I kind of have. I played it on an emulator,
You have
but
so
again,
you have so many customization options. Look at that Supra. You can't really see
I
it,
mean,
but
the game
look
was-
at it.
The game was kind of
Crazy.
shit. Let's be honest. The game was kind of
It
shit.
was
but
shit,
it was.
but like, dude,
It was
look,
good.
this guy is drifting in the canyons. There's a mountain area in the map.
I
This
just
guy's
think it's
drifting.
the concept. I just think it's the concept that's good about that kind of stuff. It's never really been.
The thing is with Playground Games is they have the track record to go ahead and actually do something like this. It's not like we're just saying we're pushing all these ideas and it's a developer who can't do it. They can do it. That's what I'm saying. It's like they've worked on game after game. People with Black Box are fucking working there. Then they are basically the messiahs of the racing world. And like
The thing with Playground that we play with Forza Horizon 3 is they put them in exotic locations and stuff before. They need to get the location right with this one. Like Japan's a great idea. Don't try and put it in freaking Scotland. Don't try and put it in freaking Pennsylvania. Don't try and put it in
Why
California.
would they fucking put it in Pennsylvania?
He said
Don't-
it.
Don't do that kind of stuff. You have to get the location right with this one. And
Japan
I say,
is the perfect place.
yeah, Japan is the perfect place.
For Horizon. I think Need for Speed I don't know if I would like it in Japan, to be honest.
Nah,
I
I
think-
prefer that
I
in
feel
America.
like it fits the U.S.
It
It's-
does
Yeah.
fit the US.
I
it really does.
hate to sound like this, but I always like Need for Speed games in the U.S. Like I
Yeah.
know I sound like a typical American, like, oh
Yeah.
no, I want Need for Speed.
No,
in
like it
my
wouldn't fit.
area."
It wouldn't fit. It's because Need for Speed. It's never like it is a US game. Like, and I don't mind it being in the US. That's like where it should be. But
Yeah.
Horizon, you know, because they are always constantly moving from what we know so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's a music festival, so
Put it
it,
in
makes
Japan.
sense. It
Put
makes
it in Japan.
sense. It really
Yeah.
does. It would
Put in
make
some
so much
Mervo in the
sense.
music selection, you got it.
You know, what would be cool?
Imagine you've got. Sorry, you wanna go?
No, you can go.
Imagine you've got like a car park, multi-story car
That's
park.
what I was about to say. That is
Oh,
literally what I was about to say.
Music
Imagine you
in-
rolling into the car park.
Oh,
And
God.
like literally at the start of Tokyo Drift when it's like dun 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 dun, dun and you go
Nick,
to the car
Nick,
park,
Nick.
and you're at the top and there's crowds of people and you're like, welcome to Horizon.
Drivecast Studios coming soon.
They're like, welcome,
Yes.
they're like, welcome to Horizon. This is a drift event. You've got to drift down the car park to get the most points.
Oh,
The
yes.
person with the most points wins. This is our top scorer for today. And he brings up a phone and he's like, this is our top scorer
Oh
for
my
today. You've
God.
got to beat his score. And car, and it's a cutscene. And you hear the car revving. And three, two,
They just need
one.
to go for a more gritty atmosphere. I think really.
3, 2, 1, and there's fireworks coming from the
Oh.
the car park entrance, and you just hear like the engine and the echo, and that would work so well. We need to work for. Why are we not working for Microsoft?
We need to be characters in the game.
Hire
We need
us.
to be characters in the
We
game.
literally
Nick.
do. Imagine Speedway. What's up, Holmes? That
So, the guy from In the Cloud that customizes your ride, you know.
No. He's gonna be in Forza Horizon 4 when it goes to Mexico.
Yes.
Literally, when you go into the
Get robbed.
when you go into the garage, like, what's up, Holmes? You been ripping it out there. So I got you hooked up with some sick body kits, yo, man. They're dope. Go have a look.
And then I'm just there in my exotic cars.
CJ's just there, like autism.
No, he's sitting there in his Lamborghini.
Yeah. My unmodified Lamborghini.
Yeah.
With a Pennsylvania license plate, even though we're in Japan.
I'm probably gonna get a bit of hate for this, but you know what Horizon is at the moment? The whole
What?
series, it's wasted potential.
Definitely.
No, but it is. That's true.
Like,
Definitely.
It is wasted potential, and
So much.
this is
so much with
the
it.
one I absolutely adored Horizon 1 to the point where it didn't matter what you said about Horizon 2 on release, I would play that game. It's
Yeah.
fanboyism.
Hey,
I
we'll
mean,
be able to start
we
playing.
saw how hyped you were.
Yeah, literally, I was hyped as fuck. And
So
then
you were recording only Forza Horizon 2 also when it came out.
yeah, literally.
Everybody thought you were a Forza channel. Like everybody thought you were a Forza channel.
And like I was extremely disappointed. I haven't made one video on Forza 6 just because that game, again, wasted potential. It's not very good, in my opinion. Again, Horizon 2, wasted potential. Forza 5, wasted potential. Everything Forza have released on this generation of consoles has been wasted potential. And I don't understand. With Horizon 3, they have such a big, broad, they basically have a blank canvas to make their own game on, and they won't do it. I know they won't do it, and that's the sad part. Is like we say all these ideas, we say wide kits, we say Japan, we say
We
you
should tag their developers in this video.
they won't listen.
They won't.
I have one video about the location being in Japan on my channel. It's got, let me check, it's got a lot of views, one of my most viewed videos, but no one at all, it's actually tagged Playground Games in the video. No one has ever said anything of it. It's got 12k views. They've never said anything about it ever.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, that's
And
sad,
they don't
man.
listen. They don't listen. And unlike Need for Speed, who actually reply on their fucking Twitter page,
Yes.
unlike the people at the crew, where they actually add more imports and drift specs and this and that.
It feels like the Forza Horizon's being made by robots.
Yeah.
It honestly
Actually,
feels
yeah.
like
Not even that. It feels like we're back in the 2000s again, and we've got no way to kind of say our feedback. That's what it feels
Definitely.
like. It feels like 2004, back with Underground 1, where I can't say to the developers, I think this should be in it, because there's no social media. Social media makes it easy to say things. That's obvious.
It
And
makes
it
it
feels-
easier for developers also to build their games based off of your
Yes.
feedback, and you're not allowing your fans to do that.
Why
Turn
are they
10.
not? Why aren't they saying? Like, why aren't they looking at feet? It confuses me. It's like backwards logic. Why?
In my opinion,
You know what
creating
they're
another
doing?
game
You know what they're
No,
doing?
go.
And I'll quickly be quick. I'll be quick here. You know what they're doing? They're not building a game for the fans. They're building a game for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not building a game for the client. They're building it for themselves, and
Yeah, but
that's
that's
never gonna work.
I think that's a risky move now because Forza Horizon 5 wasn't good.
Forza Horizon
then-
5.
Sorry.
Forza 5 wasn't good. Forza Horizon 2. Well, I'm looking into the future. I see that Forza Horizon 5 is gonna be good. Then, but like it's really risky. Like there hasn't been a Forza game that has been like, wow, this is actually really really good in Forza.
Except for Horizon
Forza.
1, I really liked Horizon 1.
Yeah,
Horizon 1,
Horizon 1.
yeah.
So
Hell,
they
we'll
should
be able to
just-
start playing it again in about a month when backwards compatibility comes. Anyway, continue.
I just said.
What's with the silence?
But let's hope. I just hope Forza Horizon 3 is good. They've got all. If you ever need some ideas, just call it Drivecast. We'll get straight in there. You know, we've got plenty of ideas. We are open to being actors in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will quite gladly be like the event organizer. So I'm there. I'm
I'll
like,
be the generic
Yeah, I'll
one.
be the battle.
or maybe I could be the street racer guy. So like, yo man, I heard the street racing scene is dope out here in Tokyo. I get you hooked up, but you know it's not on the horizon, so just keep it on the DL. You get me?
Hey man, we got that slick ride waiting for you at the garage here. You gotta go pick it up, man. We gotta run today. Yo, man, yo.
And then on the screen, it's cool from autism.
You'll be like Spike from Need for Speed, but just in Forza.
Yeah.
Just to
Sorry,
take
I
it.
don't have ADHD. I'm sorry.
I would like to be a character similar to Cross in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005.
I could actually, all they need to do is rip features of other games to make them
Yes!
better. Forza Horizon 1 was already a good game.
Yeah.
Forza
Rip
Horizon 2,
features from Forza
that-
Horizon 1 to make Forza Horizon 3 good. So, yeah.
all they need to do. And Forza,
Yeah!
backwards again, it's like Forza Horizon 1 was good. Forza Horizon 2, average. Backward step. Forza 4, good. Forza 5 and 6, average. It's like they've gone backwards again. You know what? I'll change that statement. Forza 4 and Horizon 2 were excellente.
Forza Horizon 2?
Horizon 1. Horizon
You said Forza
They
Horizon.
were excellente. They were amazing. They were one of the best racing games on that platform. That generation.
I don't
sorry.
know what made him dip so far down from the transition from Horizon 1 to Forza 5.
Definitely.
I don't know
I think
what.
Forza 5 it was just being rushed, but Horizon 1 I have not one clue because they had so long to work with next gen hardware. I don't know what went wrong. Not at all. Unless some of Playground Games had to go work on Forza 5 and that rushed, and then that backlog, that delay kind of went into Horizon 2, if you know what I mean. But even then, like, I don't get what the fuck they did wrong.
Yeah, it was a bit strange how.
I mean, Forza Horizon 3, but it better be good because Forza 6 is just a copy and paste of Forza
Let's
5
just
with more
hope-
cars.
Let's just hope racing games in general will get a lot better past this
With
year.
With Need for Speed, I was actually going to quit on the series like after this game if it wasn't good. And I honestly think if Horizon 3 isn't good, I might just bail out on the Forza series. Like, it's got to that point where it's like, you haven't been good for so long, and we're giving you all these ideas. It's the same with Need for Speed. This time last year for Need for Speed, we were like, fuck this shit. Like,
And
no.
well, it's easier
I-
to bail out of Forza because, well, minus Jay, we're not big Forza fans, let's be honest. Well, I don't know about you, Cam, but I know me, CJ, and definitely Speedway aren't big Forza fans just because, well, Speedway doesn't have an Xbox. It's just like, it's easier for us to bail out of the Forza series. However, when I played Need for Speed, like I said before, Need for Speed was one of my first games I've ever owned back on the Game Boy Advance, and then I got a PS2, started playing games. I played through the shittiest points in the series, and it's great seeing Need for Speed back.
But
Yeah.
that being said, there's going to be people who are from the Forza community doing the exact same thing, right?
To be fair, like my main reason of me buying the Xbox One was Forza, and right now I don't know if I'm going to buy an Xbox One if Forza Horizon 3 is not good or Forza, let's say 7, isn't good as well. So I don't know.
I mean,
So Microsoft, you better do shit.
I'm slitting my wrist at the moment, to be honest, with Forza.
Oh, wait.
What is it like
interested.
from a Forza kind of fans perspective? Someone who's played
I
it for
guess
so
it
long.
feels exactly the same way it did with you, with say Rivals or past games. It just feels like it's shallow at the moment. There's nothing there. There's no love. There's no
No
attention.
substance.
It feels very just
Just
shit.
not
Like
loyal.
I played Forza 6 one day, and like I was a bit happy that I had it, and then it was just like, oh, that was shit.
It's like
The only-
I'm not sure
Yeah.
about you, Jay, but like right when you got Forza 6, it's kind of like my relationship with the crew. It's like you want to love it, but you can't.
I can't. I actually cannot. I can't defend it. I have nothing to defend it with. It's just. It's
I
a
remember
bit of a
that you were
joke.
really hyped. You were really hyped for Forza 6.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't
alright.
really. I wasn't really hyped. I wasn't even close to hyped.
It's alright, you guys have limos. Need for Speed doesn't. I think you guys are doing better than us.
No, the limo is a shitty idea, and they're just trying to be quirky, and they should just stop. To be honest,
yeah.
they need to just stop and think about what they're doing.
I
Because
thought that's why they had the Ford Transit van in all their games.
So what? So from your perspective, Jay, what do Forza need to do to win you personally back?
Tokyo.
Explain. You can't say Tokyo.
Well, I can because we've just explained it for the past like 15 minutes.
It's got to be more than just Tokyo.
By the way, guys, we
it's
just
not.
reached an hour.
What if Horizon 2 was just in Tokyo? Would that make you happy? No, it wouldn't.
No, it would just it would have to be. It would have to feel like it's something's been freaking thought about. Listen, all I can say about Forza at the moment is it's unfinished. Your games are unfinished. You're releasing them unfinished, and then you're putting out these shitty DLC packs. Nigga, I don't want to play you shitty DLC packs. I didn't pay for Forza Motorsport 6. I wouldn't have paid for, like, if it wasn't for my friend who I share Xbox with or whatever, I wouldn't have Forza 6. I would still be making videos on Forza Horizon 2 and other fucking games. But if I've got it, I'm going to use it for the time being. So I don't actually want to play Forza 6. The videos that I make, I do put effort into them. So I don't think I'm just putting them out because I'm trying to look good. I do enjoy making videos on them, but it's just the game itself is shit. So, yeah.
I can already tell that Forza Horizon 3, the new addition to the Horizon series is going to be new puddles. Just a copy and paste, but from 6 to Horizon, so it's going to be innovation.
So Spudway, Forza Racing Leagues. No one even plays that shit anymore. Anyway, should we go on to the next topic?
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way,
Boy!
so we just hit the
Let's
1
just
hour
keep
mark.
it going. Oh well, we
Yeah,
don't have
just
to
go
make
on.
it over an hour.
Keep this
So-
trainer running.
So
Yes!
I have to go
We're on a
get
roll
my food in a
here. We're on
minute.
a
So while
roll.
you guys are talking about this, I can go get my food. Anyway, Need for Speed 2015 soundtrack. So earlier this was it earlier this week? See now you've no stop copyright because you've sang that so well it's gonna get picked up by YouTube's ID.
Okay, yeah.
Oh look at this! Yes, come here. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. And CJ's trying to copy it, but he has autism, so he can't. Anyway, soundtrack. So a soundtrack was released. Was it earlier this week?
Yep.
It was
Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. Yeah, it was
right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
because- Yeah.
Everyone loves it here, even CJ.
I love it.
Everyone loves it. Favorite song? What's everyone's favorite song? My personal favorite song is Rio by Netsky.
Yes.
I can't stop listening to Go by the Chemical Brothers, to be
Me-
honest.
me
I
neither.
actually,
Okay.
I genuinely can't stop listening
Let's
to it.
limit like our favorite songs to ones that they just released, like the ones like Go, Rider, like we all
Rio
actually like.
Netsky.
I like all the songs that they had before, except Push It. I didn't really like that.
What?
Like,
But-
shit.
I didn't like Push It.
Wherever she goes, I go.
I
We go. We roll.
Rio.
Flying over cities down to Rio. It's Rio. Love that.
My favorite
Nothing's
song that
but
got
down.
announced-
Whatever, so just chill.
Cam, you want to
Copyright.
My favorite song that probably got announced the last
It's a rock
week on
song.
Tuesday was probably Connection by Silverson Pickups.
Who?
Everyone's reaction who's watching this right now, like, who the fuck are they?
Actually, they're a pretty famous alternative band, so and they get a lot of playtime on the radio. So
iPod or some shit.
the hell is that?
Oh,
Move It.
That's a good one. Is that the one that's like dun 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 dun? It is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for the soundtrack, I didn't like any of the rest,
Oh fuck.
so I just created my own soundtrack for Need for Speed 2015. I'll just be rocking to that.
Jay, Niner, opinions?
I think it fits the game perfectly.
Yeah.
I think we could do with a bit more. This really sounds generic and stereotypical, but I think it could have a bit more hip hop. Just
I
a,
kind of agree, actually.
Yeah.
a bit more.
There's not
I think-
much good rap out there anymore, so it'd be
There's-
really hard. I mean,
I guess, but they could have put some old school tunes.
put some
in
Lean
there.
and Bop in there. That
DJ
would've been-
Kale
Yes,
in there.
yes, Jay Hall.
Lean, J-O-A-T. No one else is gonna get that meme.
Lean and Bop.
No, I think it's hard.
Please,
It's hard. It's hard to put rap in just because you got to keep it current, and there's not much rap you can put in.
Yeah.
I think,
And you have to keep it clean as well, semi-clean.
Put some
But they
Fetty
usually
Fetty
censor
Wap.
rap. Like they
Wap.
change it.
Yeah.
like
but-
they really could. I mean, they did add some in rap in. Like they added as much rap in as they added rock in,
Yeah,
Which is
okay.
like 2 songs.
and then the
I
rest
think-
is kind of EDM. But I don't mind EDM,
Yeah.
so it's kind of fine for me.
Yeah.
As someone who hates, like, who doesn't like EDM or any of the beep
Oh,
boop
beep
stuff.
boop shit. Beep boop shit.
I would
This
rather
is
listen.
clearly-
Bitch.
I'd rather listen to the beat boop stuff than the murder rape songs. I mean,
But that's not what I listen to.
It is one of the
It
songs
is.
that's called "Rape Me,"
yeah.
Well, that's by Nirvana, and that's a classic, so.
a classic. Yeah.
Rape me.
You got to move into 2015, and that's what they've done with the
But
sound.
also, what I'm talking about is, to me, the soundtrack is just beep boop, boop beep, boop boop beep.
And you haven't
beep,
looked
beep,
clearly into it. You say
But
that,
the-
CJ. You haven't looked into the soundtrack because it's not just beat boop, and that's what you don't. You need to actually listen to it. Like
Yeah,
you probably.
what the Need for Speed is always done. I talked
Okay.
about this, CJ.
Let me rephrase. Let me
Yeah,
rephrase.
shut the fuck up. Is that Need for Speed always is updated in terms of music? They always put new music into their games. They're not gonna put Nirvana, this main singer is fucking dead. Like, why? Why
I'm
are
not saying
they
they should put it
true.
Nirvana. I never
Edgy.
said that.
It's
You're
so
just
true.
construing my words. I never said that they should put in Nirvana because Nirvana probably wouldn't really fit, except for maybe Smells Like Teen Spirit.
So they would fit, is what you're saying, because you said a song which would fit.
I said just
you
one,
went-
not the entirety. Great music fit.
It's completely valid though. You said a Nirvana song would fit, and
No, no.
Speedway said it wouldn't fit because that was like 60 years ago.
16 years. No. What I'm saying is, like songs like "Rape Me" and blah 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 stuff like that wouldn't fit in the game at all. But something like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" would.
They
But
don't
anyway,
fit in line.
anyway. Thing is, with the soundtrack, it's just not as diverse as I wanted it to be. I think that's what I can say.
You haven't looked deep enough into it though. That's the
Yes, I have.
Because-
I have 2
Fuck
playlists
the
full of
copyright. I've got my
50
laptop right here,
songs.
bitch. Fuck the copyright.
I think Need for Speed should have the Bee Gees.
How? How is this?
Copyright!
Copyright!
Bitch, fuck the copyright, okay? How is that different? Like, how? Okay, then listen to this.
Oh, that was really good.
They're completely different.
It's all electronic.
And then the rest is all rock. What are you complaining? It's just basic guitar and then the same.
What I'm saying is, have some rock,
That's electronic.
have some rap core, have some what else? Have some rap because there is some good rap out there. Have some hip hop because there again some good hip hop out there.
There is
Like-
hip hop and rap in there though.
You can have your EDM, you can have your house, you can have your memes music. You can have all. Just the thing is, they didn't balance it out enough. Like you have all the stuff that they want. I'm not saying take out all the EDM.
Yeah, just that. Just
Mark
cut-
is killing it with the powers.
Hey, take out all the EDM and shit. I'm saying they should have added more rock stuff to balance it out.
There's
there
none
isn't-
in there. You
Oh my
literally
God.
said that 2 seconds ago. They said there's no.
DJ, tell me one good song that actually fits the game from 2015. Now, go.
Figure It Out by Royal Blood.
I'm gonna
No one
search it.
knows that song, so it doesn't help.
It's a pretty famous rock song right now.
From
So,
It's pretty
2015.
famous Bryce song right now.
So it's
kinda-
just one. So how can you balance it with one rock song? Like one.
I'll say.
Please.
Oh,
More,
sorry. Adding a
more,
song from 2010 must be really old, so therefore we can't add it to the game. That's kind of your
Most
mentality
just-
right now, guys. I don't see why adding a song from maybe 10 years ago is bad, let alone maybe 15, all right? Adding
No,
a song like Jet
Exotic
Pilot,
CJ has returned.
adding songs like let's see here.
Autism is
Not-
real.
not here. Adding songs like maybe Lost in Hollywood. Not Lost in Hollywood probably wouldn't fit. Adding songs like Jet
Gotta
Pilot.
keep it
Adding
current,
songs-
CJ. That's the thing. Car culture is always moving. In 2004, rock, metal, songs like bands like Queens of the Stone Age, Static X, they all fitted in. There's a reason why Limp Bizkit are dead. There's a reason. It's because no one wants that anymore. In
Hold on.
2000, listen.
I
In
still like it.
1999, Yeah, I still love Limp Bizkit. I still listen to Limp Bizkit, but that doesn't fit in society anymore. Society changes. There's a reason why there's not as much rap in the game. It's because rap is shit. No one wants to listen to Wat Fetty. No one.
Baby, won't you come my way?
No one wants that. Just doesn't fit. And I'm not saying it's
Oh
bad.
no,
I'm not
we need to ice JJ Fish.
Yes.
Because I'm not saying it doesn't fit. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it doesn't fit into modern society. It's all about staying current, and what they have now is current. I'm not saying Nirvana that was 10 years ago. We need to move on.
Argument GTA.
I'm just saying.
No, thing is. Hold the phone. They want to stay current, and they have cars like the Volvo from 1980 something.
But that's a car. That's a zero speed.
I can argue this. That is huge in Scandinavia. Huge. The old Volvos are actually one of the cheapest cars over there, and a very big car in car culture in Scandinavia. So that makes sense.
Just saying that they're keeping current, and they may be.
I know. I'm
CJ.
arguing your point. I'm arguing your point that the Volvo 242 is an important thing in car culture, just like the Fox Body Mustang is, just like that the M2 is.
What I don't understand is
so you have music like people like System of a Down, people like Limp Bizkit. They're still touring, I'm pretty sure. People
Limp Bizkit is not the same
CJ,
anymore.
CJ. Get a graph of Limp Bizkit and their popularity from 1999 and 2015, and look at that thing go down, 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 and tell me that they're still popular.
With Limp Bizkit, I guess, but System of a Down, they're still pretty popular with the rocking metal scene.
I give up. It's like talking to a wall. You don't understand that the popularity has gone down. Maybe it could get you listen to it, and that's fine. But the popularity, you got to think of everyone here. You can't think of just one specific person. Everyone. The graph is going down.
Everyone.
The last concert, I'm pretty sure had
It doesn't matter if they're touring. Limp Bizkit is still touring, but that doesn't mean that they're popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, System of it. No, I'm not just gonna compare System out. Just rocking. Whatever. System of a Down. Well, not System of a Down. The entire rock scene in general, the metal scene in general, is still widely popular. With all these people touring and stuff, it is still a popular thing. Like you don't see any new. Maybe they kind of died. The new you don't see any new tuner Volvos coming out. But sure, they were popular in the past, just like
CJ,
metal and rock.
There actually is a new Volvo out.
Maybe you guys stopped
No, but CJ, it's different. We're talking about a racing game, and in the racing game, is it like you're telling me that you would like to have a 69 Camaro because
I gotta point out something to CJ
so-
to probably put his mindset of what we're trying to argue and how he's comparing it to cars.
Okay, now do it.
Cam is right. Music or the trends of bands' popularities have gone down. However, if you look at certain cars, you can't compare cars' popularity at that time to current day with music. That doesn't make any sense.
They're two different things.
Let me counter argue that. All right, and I'm gonna tear out my earbuds so I don't hear you guys interrupting me. So
Should I kick him?
Let me get my.
Should I kick him?
I may have not made him straight enough, but
Okay, if he starts making
with
no sense.
cars, yes, popularity is usually consistent. However, that doesn't.
Though.
Where did this even come from? Never mind. So, the consistency of popularity is like
What is going on?
I feel like he's trying to
their consistency.
Autism got too hard. Sorry, but a lot of the bullshit he said there was just too much.
So, their consistency.
No one even. CJ needs to come back when he's calm, okay? When he joins back and he's calm. No, CJ. No, you're not talking until he's calm. He's not coming back till he's calm. If he keeps rejoining and he's standing up.
Even when their albums came out, they're all.
What has gone on with CJ? It's like the inner exotic. You know what? Exotic
Just
CJ
remove
is back.
him.
I'm just
Remove
gonna
him from the
accept it.
conversation.
Exotic CJ is back.
Oh my god.
Okay, and wait till he put his earbuds. CJ, calm the fuck down. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. We're having a friendly conversation about the soundtrack, and then you just take it off. He's like, look at me in my eyes! God, chill, man. Fuck. We're just talking about the soundtrack, man. Okay? Fuck.
Oh my god. No,
So-
what I want to say is, metal bands and not heavy, well, just rock in general, has been popular. Doesn't matter if it's been like through new music or albums like that, or just touring like that. Like, compare like new albums coming out to new cars coming out, and then touring is like the cars just like gaining popularity.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I've got my laptop here and I'm actually googling rock sales. In the
But if you think about it this way, CJ, in car culture, that they've done a lot of research in terms of car culture. What do they listen to?
All right. Then
No, pause. So I've got an article here, and it's got full statistics of everything from 2008 to 2014 of music which is most popular. Now, in 2008, rock has 139.67. I'm assuming that's some type of important statistic. Guess what it is in 2014? So considering it was basically 140.
2008.
Okay, so in 2014, it's 85. Now try to argue with me with statistical evidence that rock is going on the incline in popularity.
I'm not saying that it is on the incline. What I'm saying is it's still popular, obviously.
Yeah,
That's what I've been saying this entire time.
That's why in car culture.
Okay, and I apply that to car culture.
In car culture, of course, there's rock and stuff. Like, what I'm saying is, like, they don't have to. What? Here's
You've
my
been
thing.
to any car meets? You've been to any car meets or something that you can
Where
actually
the
stay?
I actually
fact.
have been to a few.
What did they listen to?
There really wasn't music. I mean, there was this one guy playing some freaking, what's it called? He was playing. I know what the band's, and it's not a band, but it's.
We don't care.
It doesn't even matter because CJ's going to be biased regardless. Even if they were playing EDM, he wouldn't say that in the situation.
No,
just
he was playing.
point.
He was playing. It's the one. It's.
System for Down.
It's the one. It was. I forgot what how. Skrillex. He was playing Skrillex. No, he wasn't playing El Sonido. He was playing
I don't
Skrillex.
think CJ understands the premise of trends
No, I understand trends, obviously.
because
Like-
it's a trend. That's what it is. Rock isn't trending at the moment. That's the reason why it's not in the game.
Okay,
Like when
Whatever.
you
It's
develop
not. It's
a-
not wrong that you want more in. I'm not saying that. Like everyone has.
I'm pretty sure we all like rocking here.
Everyone
like,
Yeah,
has-
but I'm just saying they should add more in, despite the fact that it's not even that popular. Just
But-
add more
but
in,
that
because
wasn't-
it diversifies the soundtrack.
Calm down, okay? my point was you said there was no diversity. That's what you said about 5-10 minutes ago before you stood up and went mad. You said there was none. You haven't listened to the whole soundtrack then, because there is some slight diversity. I'm not saying that there isn't enough. I'm
Slight,
saying there is some.
enough. There's
That's not what you
enough.
said. You said there's none.
Yeah, I said, for me, there's not as much as diversity as I wanted, as I
Oh, you
expected.
said there was none about 5 minutes
I'm
ago.
pretty sure I said that as I
Well, we'll
expected.
find out when this goes up.
But yes, overall, there isn't as enough diversity as I thought there was going to be. And in my personal opinion, there isn't enough. And they haven't done a good job, in my personal opinion, to actually diversify the soundtrack. And in my opinion, I just can't like the soundtrack. I'm sorry. It's just.
Okay, no.
All right, so has anyone else got anything else to say on this? I think Jay hasn't spoke on it yet, or
me and
Nina.
Jay haven't said our favorite songs.
I'm just none of you go. I don't know. My brain fried out then.
Yeah,
Sorry.
me too. I was looking at Need for Speed's website. I was looking at the article while you guys were saying what your favorite songs were, and then all of a sudden it just broke out into an argument, and then I don't know what happened. But I have to say, my favorite songs from the Need for Speed soundtrack that were confirmed the other day have to be either, well, I'll just say a few. One of them, Speedway knows this one, and he likes this one. Fair Play Pyra, that 9-minute song.
Yes, that's one of the
It's a good
best.
song. I think it's a garage song, right? It's in the garage.
How's it go? How's it
Oh,
go?
shit. I can't say that. Ah,
It's like 9 minutes. It's like 9 minutes. The 9-minute song.
I don't know. It's just a really chill song. Let's see what else.
Fucking
Is there?
play it.
I had another song that. Oh yeah. Insignia by Muzzy, and also Move It by Rezo.
Move It by Rezo is good. Jay, has your brain been unfried?
I don't really have an issue at this point. To be honest, I'm so happy with the game that something as minor as the music selection, even though
Minor?
Minor. No.
It is. It is a
It
big.
plays a pretty
No,
big part.
all right. Okay. Don't eat me
CJ
alive.
faces
Please.
red.
Please don't eat me alive. Okay. Don't shush. Minor to me, not minor in the sense that it doesn't mean anything to anyone. I just don't care. I don't care. The music's cool. You know, it fits the game. And I'm sliding around the corner in your perfectly tuned car, 200 miles an hour with your friends. I'm cool. I'm great. You know,
Listening to System of a Down.
you know, no, that
While you guys were having your argument, I was talking with Jay on fucking Skype. While you guys were having your argument.
Conversation. Yeah. But yeah, I'm fine. It's cool.
All right. So next Tupac
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
is
Tupac.
the current state of next gen. That's why I put PS4 versus Xbox One, but that's not really an argument anymore because they're both the same. The current state of next gen. Do you think it's worth someone going around this holiday time and actually buying an Xbox One or PS4?
For Need for Speed, yes. For the Crew Wild Run, yes.
That was so general, and you had to just make it specific. That I said, this holiday system, do you think it's worth it? For Need for Speed and the Crew, yes. For everything else, no.
You started,
I
I
wanna
probably
be a
know,
star.
CJ, that you started a war in the comment section. You
Oh
just
my God.
started a war in the comment section.
Anyway,
Forza, no. For Need for
I'll
Speed,
answer
yes.
this question first. So, yeah, it doesn't. I mean, if you're gonna go with a PC, the PC's to go for a PC, it's always been the same. Like it's never a bad time to ever jump into PC gaming, if you know what I mean. With consoles, you're kind of limited to that generation of games.
Yeah.
And I think this generation of games up until this point have been poor. Racing games wise, if you're new, you probably will enjoy a bit of Horizon. You probably will enjoy a bit of The Crew. And with Xbox compatibility coming, it kind of erases that problem to an extent. Because you can play your 360 games. But with the PS4, it's not so much. I guess you've got PlayStation now. But I think, honestly, with Need for Speed coming, I think it's probably one of the best times to jump into next gen, especially as the prices are only getting cheaper.
This generation's probably going to be really short, to be fair. Like, we're already topping out on what the console's capable of.
How do you know this?
Because he's a dev, duh.
No, also, because you know on the new Halo game coming out, they can't add they can't add split screen due to console limitations.
But do you not?
They've-
think,
But they
so
say
we
that
upset this.
always, man.
yeah, do you not just think that's just because they haven't optimized it yet?
It could be, but then again, it mostly feels like they don't have enough resources to actually put all that stuff in.
I don't think
They
so,
said
man. Like, developers have been saying that since the PS2 era. We can't do it because of the lack of resources, and maybe just laziness. Maybe just to justify laziness.
That was on the
you know?
article.
Yeah, I agree with Speedway. I think the console, it's going to go on for another 10 years.
I can't see the Xbox One and the PS4 dying anytime soon.
No.
Yeah.
Just because they put so much money into it. It's been a while since we've had new consoles, so it wouldn't make any sense. Maybe they'll make different versions, but definitely not totally new consoles.
They'll be here for at least another 5 years.
Yeah.
At least. I think after 5 years, then maybe we might see another console come, and then it will live on to the 10-year mark.
I mean, the rate of technology now is so quick. We're moving really quickly now, so there is a slight possibility that things will get so advanced that they will need to change the whole thing, you know,
Yeah,
from
but
scratch.
I think right now.
I don't think, like, do you remember there was a few articles around the time that the Xbox One came out? It was like, this might be the last console because of cloud stuffs. I don't ever think cloud will be a thing in the next 20 years. I can't see everything being moved to the cloud. I can't see the PS4 being the last console. I think consoles will be here to stay. I don't know about the cloud. Like, a lot of people saying, oh, the cloud is the future.
To be fair,
but...
if that's true, then these consoles are going to last more than 10 years. Because that technology is, I think, like you said, like 20 years from now, in my
I don't
opinion.
think they're gonna last that long.
Nah. Also, the article, I found it. And this is a quote from the one guy working at 343, not 434. The decision to remove split-screen support from Halo 5 Guardians was one of the most difficult ones we've had to make as a studio, Josh Holmes said. We know that to our fans, Halo has been playing with friends together in the same room, blah, blah, blah. To move Halo's gameplay forward and deliver a true next-gen experience, tough choices had to be made. He added, our decision was driven by a desire for scale, fidelity, and focus to ensure that we would deliver the best quality experience possible. I don't keep getting mixed up with words. Halo 5's massive scale environments, better visuals, and improved AI might not have been realized. May not have been realized if split screen was in the mix.
Okay, CJ, holla.
Holla.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
I know, but there's a key flaw in what you're trying to prove here.
I'm just reading off the article.
Well, okay, there's a key flaw of what this guy from 343 is saying is that there isn't enough. Okay, so maybe they haven't added split screens because they want to put maybe that gigabyte space on the disk towards something else. Like when they say resources, they don't necessarily mean console limitations. They may mean limitations in the sense that it's space on the disk, or it's like I don't know. There's a bunch of things.
Not even then. The game engine could be another factor.
Yeah.
Whatever game engine they are using.
Console limitations. Like these consoles are still relatively new. Like developers are still finding ways to optimize game engines for it to run on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and even the PC.
Yeah, but even then, to be fair, like a Blu-ray disc, I think that it has a capability of 70 gigabytes or something like that, maybe even 50. And games right now, they barely even get to 15, or some of them get to 30. So. Yeah.
I'm not done with the article, so I'm gonna continue it quick.
They're having a little bum session in the background on Skype, so it's fine.
Right.
We're having a serious conversation here.
Anyway, many of our ambitious goals for Horizon 5, not Horizon, Halo 5, compromised in a split screen setting. The time spent optimizing and addressing specific split screen specific issues would take focus away from building other parts of the game, he said. Game development is a balancing act of resources, time, and technology, and in case we had to make the tough decision to sacrifice something that's been near and dear to us all, so.
Yeah, but what are those resources? The resources could mean anything, dude. Like, seriously, they could be their game engine, whatever they're using as a computer, I don't know, whatever.
I mean, just look at the last consoles. Does anyone know the specs? I know it had 512 megabytes of RAM. The CPUs weren't powerful at all, but they lasted fucking ages. And the games like GTA 5 on last gen looked very nice for a last gen game.
I'm surprised that it had Need for Speed Rivals for the PS3, to be fair.
And that didn't look too bad either. Like, I think consoles have always been kind of underpowered in, like, every console's been like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the consoles for me at the moment, they look gorgeous. Like, Horizon 2, as much shit as we give it, it looks gorgeous. Like, insane.
The graphics are great. Yeah.
At night, in the rain, looks beautiful. Drive Club. I could sit here for days.
Drive Club, yeah.
Graphics on that game.
That's probably one of the only... I've been told don't buy it just for that reason. But that's one of the reasons why I want a PS4.
Don't buy it for the graphics.
No. People, I want... Basically, I want a PS4 because I want to play Drivecast. I mean, Drivecast.
The new Drivecast game. You spilled the beans.
We own Drive Club.
Yeah, you can't be mentioning that's in development.
Yeah, Jay, we're gonna have to sue.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the reasons why I want PS4 is the Drive Club. I think it looks spectacular. I've been told it's a very good game, but then on the other hand, I've been told by some people, don't do that because it's not worth it.
It's a good game. They keep updating a lot.
It's not like, it depends, like you either attach to it immediately or you don't. For me, like with a wheel, when I had the wheel before I sold it, it was a sick game. I played it a lot. But then with a controller, I don't feel as into, like it's not a game I jump on and play. It depends. You either latch onto it or you don't. It depends. It's very much love or hate, I guess. Like Marmite. I hate Marmite. So what we been talking about? So, okay, we'll go around the table. Is it worth buying into next gen? Yes or no? So, Speedway.
It's challenging. I would say yes. Now at this time and age, yes. If it was before, 2015, I would say no.
It is 2015.
Yeah, that's right. But if it was like 2014, that wasn't worth it. So now probably yes.
Okay, CJ.
I probably have to agree yes now, even because now you got a lot new games that are exclusive to just next gen. You don't have games that are backwards compatible with PS3 and Xbox 360, you don't have games getting released there anymore, and you have games
Okay,
that are
that was just a
strictly
simple
next
yes or no
gen.
answer.
Yeah, yes or no?
Simple yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay.
Depends really. If you're interested in a game, sure, go for it. I mean, I think right. The reason why I don't get the whole console master race whatever bullshit, because if a console's so simple, it's.
That's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about if it's worth buying into
Yes or
next gen.
no?
I was all right. I was just fucking gonna go into it a bit more, but you know what? Whatever. Fuck off.
It was a simple
What?
yes or no answer we've been talking
No,
about.
no, 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 no.
I said simple, go across the table, yes or no. I'm gonna develop my point. This is why you're an intern.
This is why you're ugly. Anyway, go ahead, Nina. Or CJ, whoever.
Nina.
You didn't even answer yes or no.
All right, am I going then? I guess.
Yes, Nina, just go. Just go.
Just go.
All right. Yes, because games nowadays are if you're a racing, yeah, if you like racing games, go ahead and buy one because it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, because most of the games are coming over onto Xbox One PS4 only. Okay. Oh,
He died.
Jay left.
Okay.
Jay has to go. Okay, he said in the chat he had to go. Okay, so let's get rid of the picture of him there. Okay, so we've got one last part. Actually, he left at a bad time, really, because we've got the Q&A questions, which you guys asked in the last episode. So basically, you guys asked us questions, and we answered them. So if you have any questions for next week, leave them down below. We're going to go ahead and answer them there. But this week, I need to find the video so I can actually fucking get to the questions.
You know what's actually pretty funny? I knew someone was going to leave in the middle of the podcast, so I made a backup for 3 people on top, 1 person on bottom, and it fucking worked.
All right, okay, Q&A. This is from the racer you wanna be. He says, I have a YouTube channel and I want to branch out into different communities. However, I don't want to branch out so much that I get forgotten in a certain community. If you could give me some more advice on how to do that, and also what he can do to make better content, because his videos are pretty shit, and that's in his own words. So that's quite a good question. That's actually a really good question. So, any
I mean, for different communities, it would be like really challenging now. But
Yeah, it
if
would.
you really want to
Yeah.
do it, just have one channel dedicated to one thing, and then a second channel, but just in one channel, just stick to one thing, and in the other one to another thing, or have a fuckfest in the other channel.
I don't know how that would work. Like that'd be a little challenging. Like Speedway said. Like
Yeah.
It would be really, really, really difficult. Mainly because you kind of need to know what games you're gonna play and how many different games you're gonna play. Because it's not gonna really necessarily work if you're gonna have sports games on one day and then all of a sudden racing games the next day, and all of a sudden, I don't know, Fallout 4 another day. It wouldn't really...
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you need to keep in mind your retention. Like, people are going to subscribe to you for the first video they find on your channel. I mean, the next
First
day...
video they fuck? What?
They find... What are you listening to?
Uh,
They find on your channel. And if the next day you have, let's say, I know you uploaded CSGO and then you upload FIFA or something like that, maybe they don't like FIFA and they're going to be like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's really hard. Like, I feel like to branch out like that, you have to kind of focus on a specific thing and then branch out. Like, you can't just go ahead and go balls deep and just do it. For me, I wouldn't want to personally do that anyway, because you can't. It's got to the point where there's so many different communities to kind of huddle them all together. It's going to take one big effort.
Yeah.
If you're going to start a channel and you want to grow and you want to, make something really, really big out of this, I feel personally like you have to aim towards a community, maybe even just at the start, and then
Maybe at the beginning, yeah, because when you get big, for example, let's say PewDiePie can do whatever the fuck he wants, because
even like
people will
even
watch
like
it anyways.
like Theo, for example, like he uploaded Mad Max,
Yeah.
and that went okay. Like AR12, it's for example,
AR12,
they
yeah.
could all branch out into different communities now because they are that big.
Yeah, so just build your channel, I think. Just try to get as far as you can.
Okay, so answer that question. Is that CJ going to say?
No. We have to also... He said, how can I up the quality in his videos?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, true.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So, it's really a learning curve for YouTube. We've talked about this loads before in the
Definitely.
past. Is, there's some stuff you won't learn unless you just put time and effort into it. One thing, for example, I mean, people have the common conception that a shout out is going to get you loads of subs. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work.
That's just one out of thousands of things that you'll pick up over time. Even like if it's just subconsciously. My only advice is learn the software you're using. So whether that's Photoshop, whether that's Premiere Pro, and just be independent and like being independent, strong, black woman, and
That
do
need
what
no
you
man.
want best.
Oh
That
Do
need
it-
my
no
you
God.
don't
man.
you don't need no man. You just do what you want and you do it good,
Yeah.
okay? Literally just just get your eyes on one thing and just be dedicated and focused and you'll be fine. It's literally just a learning curve. You'll learn stuff over time. Make sure you know your editing software and just you'll
I'd
learn it
say-
over time.
I'd say make things you would watch yourself. Like, if
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
know.
say, like, for example, you're really gonna have to make it somewhat entertaining video. I mean, you'll get better doing that. Down the line. Like, my first commentaries when I first got on mic were just absolute trash. I don't want to private them because I already have like over 300, 400 videos privated. So, yeah.
One thing I'd say is don't go into the deep end and just spend loads of money on equipment.
No, don't.
Like, don't
Yeah.
go in and don't go ahead and buy like a £600 mic and an Elgato HD60 Pro. And I mean, an Elgato is kind of like an entry level thing. So an Elgato is not too bad, but don't go ahead and just go buy like an amazing camera and an amazing
Yeah.
mic. Like that stuff you do after time. That's what stuff you do. You know, like I started with my Turtle Beaches. I started with these. I like recording with my mic on these, and these are
Icon mics.
absolutely awful.
Start with
And-
these right here. Starting with these.
And I've
Now
got-
we here.
And then I've got my Snowball somewhere down there, and I've only recently upgraded to this bad boy. But like it's really like just don't spend a lot of money unless you really, really know you want to do it. Like
and
yeah,
And yeah, for example, like Cam said about the software, like there are lots of tutorials on YouTube. There are lots of things you can learn. And if just anytime you learn something new, just keep searching for more things you can learn about that software and keep pushing yourself to deliver the best content. Up to what Niner said, that you would watch it. Like
it's not even intentional stuff. Like a lot of the stuff I learned with thumbnails and you
Yeah.
know like the data you put into the videos, so like the tags and the description and all that kind of
Just
stuff. It's
more.
yeah, it's stuff you learn. Like I wouldn't know that unless I've been doing YouTube for like 5 years. Like, there's no other way you'd know it. It's really just an experience thing from what
Yeah.
I know. So is that everyone answered?
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
All right, next question is from Toma, and his question is, does YouTube affect your studying performance? So does YouTube affect your grades?
Well, nope.
No,
Um,
actually, they make it better.
sometimes I have to
Like this.
balance if I want to make a video. Like I don't upload daily, so sometimes I have to
You upload,
balance
like,
if I want to
twice
make.
a week.
No, I upload like once every other day. But
Oh, okay.
the thing is,
So twice a week.
so it's like one video every 2-3 days, whatever.
It's like
Thing
twice
is,
a week.
like sometimes I might have to like if something new is out, like the Crew While Run, I might have to balance doing either homework and making videos. But other than that, it really hasn't done anything.
Okay, I've got an interesting one for this. So I think especially 2 years ago when I was in year 11, so that was kind of like your main strand of exams. It definitely did because I've been uploading daily for like 3 years on and off. Like I might have missed a couple videos here and there, but basically for 3 years now, 2 years maybe. I've been trying to upload daily, and I think it kind of affected me in the sense that I wasn't getting homework done, or I'd be staying up later, and it took a lot more work to get stuff done. Like it took me, I don't know, like I wouldn't go to bed till like 1 because I'd be doing homework and this that. Nowadays it's not so bad because I don't get as much homework. I have more free time in school because I'm in sixth form and I have certain half days. I think in the sense that it's like I want to focus more on YouTube, but I've got to do the school thing. It's bullshit, but I want to like I don't want to be in school, but you have to be there.
Who wants
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like I guess like even with you, Nick, it's like you do university. And it's more
Yeah.
aimed on what you want to do. But in like an actual like proper school, not university, but in school, it's like it's so like you have to do stuff you don't want to do, but you're just doing it.
philosophy. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like you're just doing it because you're forced to do it. It's like sometimes I just lack the motivation to do schoolwork, and I just do YouTube instead. And I think in some ways YouTube has increased how well I do because it gives a lot of confidence. I'll say that much. Like the confidence I've gained from doing the YouTube videos, and like I can't explain when I met one of the subscribers in real life at EGX, that like it was such a big boost in confidence. Like it's actually paying off. It's like you see all the subscribers and stuff on the screen, and it's amazing seeing it there. But seeing it in real life, it's like a completely different feeling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It just proves that you're actually making a difference. And even when you see the subscriber rate go up, it just proves that you're making a difference. And it kind of opens your eyes. Definitely opens your eyes to like other opportunities. And that's just how I kind of see it.
I would say that with studies and everything, it's just different. For example, when I couldn't upload for this past month, like it felt really weird, and I had a lot of free space. I had a lot of free time, and I didn't know what to do. So yeah, I had to study and shit like that, but I still always find time to make YouTube videos. Like that's like one obligation. That's one thing I always do. So
Yeah,
it's just there. It's part of my daily.
I'm there with you. Like I make time to do videos. If there's not enough time in the schedule, I make time on that day to upload. If I've got too much homework, then I'll stay up later or I'll push it to the next day. I will like make time to make the videos. Nina, have you got anything else to say?
It honestly hasn't affected me, and like I've been doing this daily since the 30th of June. That's almost 4 months now. Jesus Christ. And I've been in school since the 16th of August, which was literally 2 months and a day ago. And I'm looking at my grades right now. Haha, you can't see what school I'm attending. So, I have not missed a single assignment of homework, nor do I have any really low grades. Like the lowest grade I have is a 83% in world history. I have a B in that class. So
Are you kidding me? World history? I'm gonna school you, boy.
that's my lowest grade. Like I have
CJ facts.
I have
I
4
think-
A's and 2 B's. It doesn't really affect me mainly because
It's
don't
already in
have
your
that much-
schedule.
yeah, and plus I don't have that much homework. Like I'll get home and probably only have an hour to 2 hours of homework at
Fucking
most.
hell. I don't
That's
know.
awesome.
I don't do homework, bitch. I go to
Take it,
school. I have
would you-
3-hour lessons. There's a reason why I have 3-hour lessons. It's because we don't do anything afterwards. Like I maybe read a book. That's about it. Like, bitch, I don't do that shit. Like, you go to school all day to do work. When I come home, I don't come home to do work. I come home to focus on
That's
my
my
craft, on my
mentality.
YouTube
Yeah.
craft.
My craft.
But
Minecraft.
yeah, I think with all of us, like this is what Nina was kind of trying to say, is we do it and we have it's already in our schedule at this point. Like, go home, do this. Like for me, I come home, I get the PC on, might have a shower, and then I come in, get the YouTube video done, render it, and then while I'm rendering, I usually eat food and then come back. And it's like I'm in a routine now, and when you get in that routine, it's just really easy to do it.
What I do is I wake up at like 6:30 in the morning, and then I go to school, come back at 3, and because I get out of school at like a really weird time, like 2:56. It's the most weirdest. It's the weirdest time ever. So I get home after like 5.5 minutes to 6 minutes of biking home. Then I turn on my PC because it takes a little bit to boot up, and then I go ahead and make myself some lunch, sit down, eat. By 3:30 I'm done. Do homework. Probably like 5:30 by then, and then I just have the rest of the night to do whatever I want. So.
Nice.
Just getting used to it. It's a big transition, especially when you first start uploading daily and uploading regularly and all that kind of stuff. The transition from doing it kind of every other day to doing it daily, it's a big transition. And for many people, they kind of just give up. But once you kind of get under that swing of I'm doing this, and this, and it's really fine. Yeah. Have you guys got any other questions? Because I have run out.
I
I've
have
run
not.
out.
Nope.
I don't have any.
All right then. So if you guys enjoyed this longer episode of Drivecast,
1 minute,
Yeah, boy.
45, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 minute.
I said 1 minute, so I
1 minute.
1 hour, 45 minutes.
1 hour 45 minutes. So basically, if you enjoyed, hit the like, subscribe. All our channels will be down in the description below if you haven't already heard of us, which I'll be very surprised if you haven't. That sounded really arrogant, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, yeah, links will be down in the description. If CJ remembers, go ahead and put it in.
Yeah.
If you guys have got anything else to say
Yeah.
before we end,
Nope.
Don't
Bye.
choke the chicken. Jesus is watching.
Oh god.
Bye.
Whoa, God.